G'day folks, welcome to Big VTV. Great to have you with us, state champ men, state champ women, and
look at this.
I don't know how this week's going to go. Well, the paper's gone and we've gone with...
Well, the grand finals are coming up and...
we've gone right tech.
We have.
I don't know.
You're right?
No, I don't know how this is going to go. I struggle with the whole book stuff, so... The face thing, yeah. I struggle with that, so this might be pretty dangerous, actually.
Alright.
How do we start? What do we do? Do we turn it on?
So basically you can just move it like that. Yeah, it's on. So you can just move it up and down with your finger there.
So I just finger it, just with the finger. That's it. That's all I do.
Yeah.
Man, wow, look at that. All right, well, let's give it a crack, shall we?
Give it a flick.
We'll start with state champ men or state champ women.
Yeah. Champ women. Have you got champ women?
Hang on, let me just try it. Well, can we go to... no, that's men still. Hang on. Can we go to Ringwood Waverley? Ringwood Waverley state champ women. How's that? Game 2, Ringwood 89 defeated Waverley 61. Is that the right game?
Yeah,
it is. Okay. Tell us about the box score that's in front of you.
Well, it was an absolute demolishing. Well, we got to actually review this.
Oh, we do. 33-19 start by Ringwood.
Yeah.
And there's two stories out of this game, two massive stories. Tara Blair's story number one, 38 points, 8 triples, dominated. Forget the third wheel status now. She's rolling with the first and second wheel with Megan Rooney. It was a dynamic game, and she is in form.
Well, at the right time, she had that purple patch, or not a purple patch.
Well, what's a good? Well, no, it was a patch of good form. They call it a purple patch.
Is it still? That's still good.
Well, I don't know why it's purple, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Pine green.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sound the same, does it?
Yeah, look, we're a little bit earlier in the year, and look, if she's hitting this form right now, they're going to be really hard to stop.
I think so.
You've been, broken record.
Yeah.
But this is what you've been talking about for
just
years.
Find the next find the other scorer, find the other contributor.
Yeah, Tara Blair's decided it's her, and she's been phenomenal. Like, this was pretty well over at three-quarter time. Well, half-time it was 50-31, and the third quarter, Ringwood won 32-16. It was pretty well over. Ringwood took the foot right off the gas in the last quarter, shot 1 of 16.
And look, they shot at 42% from the field, Ringwood, 41% from the arc, 11 of 27, 16 of 19 from the foul line at 84%. So they did everything right. They executed
and that's
well.
with a really lackluster fourth quarter. So
yeah, Hegg had 12 and 12. Rooney had 15, Les Ewan had 13, but obviously the big story was Tara Blair with 38. On the flip side, the big story for Waverley, bar none, was Michaela Donkins. Scoreless in 30 minutes of play.
Yep.
Just didn't have a great game.
Did not have
a great game. Did not have a good game. Just things didn't go her way.
Nothing did. 30
None
minutes.
of 11 she shot.
Yeah, look, that's probably not the return they hoped they'd get out of her in a season's campaign or like that in finals. When they brought her on. So real letdown, I suppose, for them, and obviously for Michaela, she'd be not very happy with that.
Question without notice.
Yeah.
Waverley have had Ardossi and Donkins, two quality players, come in as leaders of this young team.
Yep.
They're bowed out in the semi-finals. Does it get ticked off as a success or crossed off as a failed move?
Well, I think I like it. I think it's a good foundation, as long as the
or is it a move that we won't really know more about until the next couple of years?
I'll ask you this as of right now. What do you give, as individuals, what grade do you give Ardossi, first of all?
I think based on the second half of the season, because she's very, very good second half of the season, I think probably a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, B+.
Yeah, about that. I think that's fair.
Donkins?
Probably a little bit less. I think she's had some good games, but I think she's had some games where she's been below par.
Yep.
She came in a little bit later, of course. I think probably about 6 out of 10. Probably that B grade.
Pass.
Yeah, pass mark. In terms of what we expected out of them.
Yeah.
I think we're going to find out whether the methodology, the philosophy, if that's the right way to put it.
If you had Donkins, all right, and you turn that Donkins into Jadee Rooney, they could have won this series.
Well, maybe.
Hegg
and Rooney have been a better package than what Ardossi and Donkins
That's right.
have.
They're two restricted players.
Yes, but Waverley got those two players the understanding for me, they got those two players to help educate and bring along this younger breed.
And yes, but
we're going to see that in the future.
But they'd also be bringing them in, expecting them to put up huge numbers every single week.
Definitely. And I don't think that's happened.
No,
I don't think that's happened. That's the right way to put it.
So just press that other tab.
So I press this one.
Yeah, just press the other tab.
Wow. Okay, this is good.
Yeah,
all right. Hume City 82 defeated McKinnon 72. Does that just like stay in there?
What do you mean?
Well, is that like a memory thing? It's just brought that game up like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the internet.
The what?
The internet.
Oh, right, okay. How long's that been around for?
Yeah.
Has that been
My
around for a while?
lifetime. Yeah. It's pretty much my lifetime.
Hume City 82 defeated McKinnon 72. Look, a good game.
Yeah.
I think it got down to within about 5 points in the last quarter. McKinnon pushed all the way. They're a good team, the Cougars. They're just not
a great team.
Well, no, I think. Well, yeah, okay.
Well, look,
they're a good team, but they're not as good as the top two. That's the best way to put it.
And it's the same position they were in last year, year before. You know, perennial third runners.
Yeah.
It's just really disappointing. They'd be really upset with themselves.
Where are they at? Are they keeping everyone? And if they're not, where's the next crop of players coming from? There's a couple of good quality youth kids at McKinnon. There's no doubt about that.
Yep.
But it's a big jump.
It is. It's a
youth up to championship.
It's a
massive jump.
It's a monumentally huge jump.
Are they keeping everyone? Is anyone retired?
Look, I don't know. It's probably going to happen over the next couple of weeks when, as players do, when their season's over, they sort of look at their options, weigh everything up, and decide what their future is.
Yeah.
I think obviously a couple of them will be looking at it.
A lot of them get discounted healthcare and that now because of their age. So they've got a lot of good things to look forward to in life. Probably play golf every second day, that sort of stuff. They get a lot of discounts. Seniors. Yeah, you just got to look for the sticker on the door. That's what you got to do.
You get shot. You're gonna get shot. It's gonna happen.
Anyway, McKinnon actually half-time went in. They were up 38-35 in this game, and were looking really, really good. Then Hume City came out in the second half, 22-11 third quarter.
Whack 'em. No, absolutely, dominated. And look, last quarter was tit for tat, but look, Hume City.
Tit for tat or tat for tit?
Tit for tat, actually. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, we got that sorted out.
No, that's I think it might have.
Yinka Ola-Renouf, 20 points in this game. Now, she has had a wonderful season, Yinka Ola-Renouf.
Oh, unbelievable.
Really good season.
Unbelievable. She flew under the radar a little bit heading into the season. You get, when you bring in someone like Katrina Hibbert and Sharon Milner.
Well, speaking of those two, Katrina Hibbert, 24 points, 7 rebounds. She's a finalist.
Yeah.
She knows what to do.
Yeah. Last week it was...
Milner played all 40 minutes, by the way.
I was going to say, last week it was really Milner. Milner still had 8 assists.
12
Last week it was certainly Milner who took the game by the horns, but Hibbert today, it's just the luxury that they have.
Game 1, Hume City, Ringwood. That's the grand final matchup in State Champ Women. It'll be out at Broady, out at the stable, Saturday night.
Yep.
Who wins? Who wins game 1 first, and then who wins the series?
I reckon Hume City win at home, but Ringwood win the series.
So you're saying Ringwood will go home and win 2 at the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah.
I think Ringwood win this week, and I think Ringwood win the following week.
2.
I think Ringwood will get it done in 2.
So you're telling Sharon Milner and Katrina Hibbert you got to get the brooms out for them?
I think Ringwood win it in 2.
Why?
I think they're a better team.
Okay.
I think that Amber Heeg is a star.
Yeah.
I think Jadee Rooney well and truly does her job week to week.
Yep.
And I think Tara Blair is the headache. Tara Blair is officially known as Panadol from now on. She is the headache in this competition.
Panadol.
She's Panadol. I think Panadol is going to have a very good final series based on what she did on the weekend. I just think they're a little bit better. I think it's close.
Yep.
I just think they're a little bit better. And let's face it, if Ringwood go away from home first week and win, it's unbelievably tough for Hume City back at the Chocolate Factory to get to.
I agree.
Unbelievably tough.
Yep.
But we're both going with a Ringwood win.
Yes.
There we go.
So just get rid of that one.
No,
and we're just going to go...
Here we go. You got Bulleen.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. Bulleen 75 went down to Ringwood 94. This was the Saturday night game.
Yeah.
Of course, Ringwood lost game 1 at Ringwood. Bulleen went home, needing 1 win. They had 1 big exclusion though.
1 big exclusion. Ben Simmons didn't play.
Why?
Australian commitments.
Take nothing away from the fact that he missed this game. And Bulleen, when they got that call, would have been, okay.
Good luck.
I tell you now, I spoke to KB on the weekend,
yeah,
and rightfully so. absolutely delighted beyond belief for the young man to get the opportunity that he's got, and I can say certainly on behalf of us and everyone at the Big V,
it's been a pleasure,
mate. Congratulations. Yeah. We're glad we saw you for a few games. I don't know that we'll see you again, but we're glad we saw you for a few games.
Yeah,
we're claiming you. You're officially
absolutely.
He played Big V. That's right. Absolutely.
Damn right.
So Ringwood gets Saturday night, and they got it emphatically, young man. They came out and they absolutely blasted Bulleen off the floor.
Well, half time you're going into with a 20-point lead.
50 to 30 half time.
Yeah, and Ringwood just firing on all cylinders, and I just it's unreal. A couple of weeks ago, or it might have been a month or so ago now, when Ringwood and Bulleen played at Maroondah last time. Not last week, regular season. It was Bulleen just wiped them. Like they just had so many options. But look, Bulleen also had Adrian Sturt and Ben Simmons then.
They did, and they didn't obviously have them on the weekend. We'll get into that in the Sunday game in a moment. For Ringwood, Brian Dewar had 20 points. Willie Weimer, the old Willie, mate. I saw the old Willie on Sunday. Mate, old Willie can still go. Don't he? He can still get up and down the court, old Willie.
He can go. He gets up.
He's all right. Well, he got up on Saturday night, 19 points. He had Matty Snowball had 19 points, and Sam Belt had 15 and 12. Luke Egan had an 8-point game.
A bit quiet, isn't it?
Let's just hold that thought till Sunday. Mike Rose had 20 points. Yusuf Kwafau had 17. Trev Latham 11 and 15. Corey Standover for well held 13 points.
Yeah, did a good job on him. He played every minute of the game. Mind you, they had 3 players that did that, and that's the issue that Bulleen have had. Their depth has been in question all season.
Simon Hughes on the Saturday night game played 34 minutes.
Yep.
Will Hooley played 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay? Alright, hold that thought. Do I push that one?
Yeah, just
that's it, okay. Sunday game, Bulleen 77. I like this. This is good.
It's good now. Yeah.
Bulleen 77 went down to Ringwood 82. I was at this game. I'll talk about it in a moment. Yep. I just want to quickly come back to what I just spoke about. Sunday's game, Simon Hughes, 34 the night before, played 1 minute. Will Hooley, 3 minutes the night before.
It's a big fella, back to backs. It's not easy.
Maybe. Played 13. There was definitely a structural change. Derek McDonald played 34 minutes on the Sunday. There was definitely a structural change in the way Bulleen went into the game.
Right, okay.
To the Saturday night. That's all I wanted to say. I just want to point that out.
Yep.
Close game. Early in the third, Ringwood got to 12 points up, and I thought, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. What?
Well, Ringwood's just going to blast away here.
Yeah, right.
Bulleen, to their credit, landed some big shots, got themselves back into it. About a minute and a half to go, thereabouts. I think Bulleen are up by about 5 points.
Yeah.
They were chest pumping.
Yeah.
They were up and going. They thought we're going to get this.
Yep.
If I said New York, what mind would come to mind? If I said New Yorker, what name would come to mind?
Brian Dewar.
9 points in the last 80 seconds of the game, I reckon it was.
Wow.
Won the game. Ringwood get it by 5, and I'm telling you now, Brian Dewar showed why he was picked up by Kenny Harrington at the start of the season.
This is why you get imports for these sort of games.
He was very, very good.
He finished with 22 points, 6 assists and 7 rebounds rather.
9 points of those 22 in the last 80 seconds of the game.
In a flurry. Bulleen wouldn't know it hit him. He had 22. Luke Egan had 13 points.
Luke Egan scored, I think it was 3 triples. Scored 3 triples in the second quarter, almost back to back.
He's feeling it.
Mate, he talks a great game.
He's a vet. He's been around.
Mate, I was right on the side of the court. He's just landed a couple of big threes. He's got Will Hooley that he's defending down the other end. Just a kid. Egan's come down the other end playing defence, and he's just looking him in the eye. Look at the kid in the eye and just going, I'm 40, man. I'm 40. That was a 40-year-old that just hit that triple. I loved it.
It'd be pretty demoralising if you will.
He was great to listen to, Luke Egan. Even his conversations with the referees and that sort of stuff. And, when they had a dodgy call go against him, he's like, don't worry, boys. They're entitled to one bad call this game. It's okay. Relax. That'll be the only bad one we get. He was just a lot of fun to watch. And I don't know if Lukey's thinking about retirement, depending on what happens in the next couple of weeks. But, mate, keep playing. It was a pleasure to watch you get up and down the court, mate. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Well, they're there again.
They are. Sam Belt 12 and 11. Luke Egan 13 points in that game. They started Zach Haig. Zach Haig started on the floor. So that was a good sign.
Yep.
They are there again, and I reckon they're a big chance. The thing that I like about Ringwood, they're like that.
Yeah, they are.
They just defy the odds.
Yep.
They just. It was It was great to see them get through. No disrespect to Bulleen. Bulleen's had a wonderful season.
Yeah.
But I reckon Ringwood's been written off a few times this season, especially early. Absolutely early in the season, they were terrible.
Yeah.
They were shocking early in the season.
Yep.
They have just stayed the test of time, stayed true to what they're there to do, and they have a chance to defend their title. And I'll tell you now, I reckon Corio Bay, and we're about to talk about them in a moment, I reckon Corio Bay are a better class of team.
Yeah.
I reckon they've got a classier outfit.
More skilled.
But what they don't have, or they don't have as much as Ringwood are just a dogged,
team,
determined, never say die, we'll throw everything at you, and we're just not going to give up one iota. You can't say that, mate. Like, I'm pumping Ringwood up. I'm talking about them in the trenches. I'm talking about just that
I know.
gut running they
It's
do.
good, isn't it?
But you just took it too far. You can't say that. And I know what's going to happen because you've said something like that.
Willie Bomber's my favourite player.
I know what's going to happen. The fact is that stupid music in my face, my head looks like it's getting air pumped into it every time you put that up on the show. It's almost filling the whole screen now.
You bet you reckon? It's not a metaphor.
But the thing is, that goes up and people think, I've said something. Can you put your hand up and say, no, I said it on this occasion?
No, you have no proof. You won't see it. It'll never happen.
Can we at least change the music? Can we put something?
No, it's good.
Can we put Bon Jovi song or something on it? Just
Spanish flick.
Waverley Corio Bay semi-final series, game 2, which was game 1 on the weekend, but game 2 Saturday night. Waverley 104 defeated Corio Bay 85. Now I reckon this is about the 7th or 8th game in a row that Waverley had scored 100 plus points.
Can score.
I want you to hold that thought. Okay. How did they get the win, young man? Take us through it. I'm still working out how
to use it.
Oh, well, that was the last quarter.
Well, it was 30-9. The last period was the difference, essentially. Apart from that, these two, as we thought, were pretty evenly matched. Corio Bay going pretty close. You know, they would have been feeling pretty good going into the last quarter.
One other big stat here: Waverley 24 assists.
Yep.
And a lot of that, they had 6 in the last quarter. When they get out and run, they play literally a 7 or 8 second offense.
Yeah.
That's the way they play.
And you know where it all starts.
Yeah.
Sedell.
Yeah,
Sedell
absolutely.
11 dines, 20 points, 6 balls. One of his best games of the year. Did everything. Gave him an absolute headache. You've got Brad Keller at 18, great beneficiary of Sedell's stuff, as is Chris Arkello at 18. Ivan Platnik, as we all know, 20 and 12. He didn't really show up in the first game, but he really stepped it up here when they needed him to. And he seems to be their barometer too. But we'll talk about that on game 4.
Absolutely. Corio Bay, Eric Williams, 30.7 rebounds. It was the start of a big weekend for him. Muller Hicks, 10 and 10. Hutchie had 12 points.
But that was, pretty well lit, wasn't it?
And after that, it really did space away.
It petered off.
It did. You said last week, you said Waverley would get game 2 and Waverley would get game 3.
Mm-hmm.
I said Waverley would get game 2.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did, young man. And I said it would be a ripping contest and Corio Bay would get game 3.
So you see that button?
Which one?
The one to the right. Oh no.
Are you allowed on that side? Oh, yeah,
no, it's the first one.
I thought that was the stinky ticket side. But anyway, we'll talk. By the way, we should mention that the awards night coming up September 21.
Keep going.
Tickets.
Yep.
Get onto Sticky Tickets. Sticky Tickets, yeah. .com.au or .net, what is it?
.com.au
slash Big V.
Get on it.
Get your tickets done. So I went into a Sunday game, this series. Corio Bay 89 defeated Waverley 77. First time in 8 or 9 games that Waverley has been held to under 100, and I reckon it was their lowest score in about 10 games as well.
Absolutely. They're just
second lowest score of the season, I think, for Waverley.
They looked tired.
Defence won it.
They looked a bit tired.
Did you go to the game?
Yeah, I did.
Corio Bay's defence?
Yeah.
Much better?
It was.
Bang.
It was. But Waverley also just looked a bit tired. Guys like Sedell, just like they didn't have the same flash.
Have late night, Saturday night or something? What do you mean look tired?
Well, they're doing work. They played the night before.
Or never played a doubleheader before? Or?
Well, not very often. They only had 18 games.
Maybe Corio Bay just played better. Maybe you should extend some love to the Stingers.
Well, the Stingers are fitter.
Okay.
They played it out. There you go. How's that?
They slept better. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Got the win 89-77 and 27-20 last quarter. It was a close game.
It was
right there for
this
the
wasn't over until a handful of minutes left.
Yeah.
Look, Corio Bay, they're so hard to guard. They have so many players that can hurt you.
Deep.
The Matchbox 20, they've got Marlo Hicks.
Matchbox 19 officially his name is now. Scored 19 again in this game.
Yeah, they got
Can you please just find him an extra point?
Yeah.
Just get him to the foul line, fluff the first one, miss everything, and just nail the second one.
Yeah.
Just give him 20 points.
Rob Thomas.
Man, come on. 50-40 rebounds as well by Corio Bay. The superstar, no doubt about it. Eric Williams, 30 points and 9 rebounds. My tip for MVP, by the way.
So what's
Eric
that?
Williams.
What did he have in game 1?
30 and 7. Oh, in game 1 had 30...
No,
45?
Yeah.
Something like that.
So
He was pretty much the most dominant player in that semi-final
scored
match.
over 100 points over 3 games.
He's my grand final. He's my league MVP this season.
Yeah, I don't think that's too unfair.
He had 30 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Stephen Osborne, Matchbox 19, had 19. Jason Reardon, 8 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 13 and 11 for
Couldn't
Marlo
shoot.
Hicks.
Didn't matter.
Who? Reardon?
Reardon. Yeah.
Well, you've been talking him down all season.
He'll be right. He'll live.
Blenner Hassett, mind you, I'm
It's
surprised,
tough.
given some of the stuff you've said about the pigskin kicker this season,
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't just hit you firmly between the eyes if he saw you on Sunday.
Nah, we get along. It's alright, don't worry
Really?
about it. Yeah.
What's wrong with him?
Weirdo. Can't shoot.
Blenner Hassett had 22
He didn't mind keep getting them up though, I'll tell you what.
That's all right. Blenner Hassett had 22 points for Waverley. Platnick 11.7 rebounds.
Like, I honestly think he's just obviously he played well game 2, really well, and they won. But he wasn't getting the delivery. He wasn't really getting the ball much, and whether that's indicative of Corio Bay's defense or his teammates' ability to get him the ball. He was just really a non-factor. You didn't even notice him.
Kelleher had 13 points. Chris Arkell, one of his lowest scores off the bench, had 9 points in that game. Well done, Corio Bay.
Yep.
They obviously changed something between Saturday and Sunday. Waverley blew them out of the water on the Saturday night. Corio Bay put the clamps on Sunday, held it to 77 points and got the win.
Well, look, Corio Bay, I think it's fantastic. Second season in the Big V, and they're already in a grand final at the state championship. It's really good. They put together a really good team, a really strong team. It's deep, and look, you give them heading into what are they? Ringwood. Let's preview it.
Who wins? I think we go to the Chocolate Factory first.
Yes,
is that right?
we do. That's
so we head
right.
out there Saturday night.
Yep.
Who wins game 1?
It's
Who
third
wins
and fourth?
It is.
Fourth.
First top 2 are gone.
Yep.
Who wins game 1? Who wins the series?
Corio Bay sweep them.
Bang.
Yep.
They win
Ringwood have
Saturday
got.
night.
Sorry.
They win Saturday night. They win the following Saturday night.
That's right.
Back at home.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think Corio Bay will win this week.
Who on earth is going to guard Eric Williams?
I think Corio Bay will.
Who is going to guard Eric Williams? They don't have a matchup.
Luke Egan did a good job on Will Hooley.
He's 40.
Talks a good game.
He's 40.
I reckon.
I think Will Hooley and Eric Williams might be a bit of a different.
Well, it's a good question. Who does guard him?
So I don't know if they have a matchup.
Do they
for
put
him.
Sam Belk to him?
Or maybe.
I think. Yeah, look, I'm not 100% sure.
It's Sam Bell that drinks a lot of Gatorade and gets ready to run.
He's going to have to run. He's going to have to run a fair bit, Sam. It's a very, very tough matchup.
They haven't got anyone to guard him, and he's going to have 40.
I reckon Corio Bay get it done in 2. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But can I just put
Ringwood.
Can I just put a button
These
on it?
stars just aligned for Ringwood to be they've done a great job. The stars aligned. Then with Bulleen missing some players.
Are you saying the only reason Ringwood got through is because Bulleen missed plays?
Well, answer me this: do you think Ringwood would have beaten Bulleen had they have Adrian Stern?
I don't think it matters.
You can only play the team
Who
you
cares?
play.
Don't play hypotheticals in finals, young man.
Why?
Doesn't matter. They played who they had to play against.
I know they got
and
the
got the
done.
win.
They did.
Don't care who's on the other team.
They're going to get swept, and it's
Bang.
going to be ugly.
It's going to be ugly. Corio Bay,
Yeah.
sweep it ugly.
Yep.
Oh, I think you're probably not giving enough love to Ringwood there. Ringwood are a very tight unit.
Yep.
Don't come out with the other stuff you said
I know
before.
some junior teams that are really tight units too, but they couldn't beat Corio Bay. Corio Bay will win. They'll sweep them, and they won't get within double figures in either game. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm giving Ringwood a bit more love than that. I think it's going to be a ripping game Saturday night. I think Corio Bay by 6 points or less.
Right, yep.
I think they'll go home and
At
win.
Meridian, yeah.
At
And
the
then
Trumpet
game
Factory, I think they'll go home and win by about 10. Ringwood will throw everything at them.
No doubt.
They are a super, super tough team. Brian Dewar proved last week that he's a star of this competition.
Got a couple of names for you.
Yeah, go.
Eric Williams.
Yeah, pretty good.
Marlo Hicks.
Yeah, pretty good.
Stephen Osborne.
Yeah, pretty good.
Jason Reedy.
Yeah, pretty good.
Archie.
Don't leave Archie out. Love Archie. Hey, good luck to everyone in the grand final. I think both of our matchups in State Champ Women, State Champ Men.
Yep.
Great games coming up. Really looking forward to it. Get out and support your teams. The crowds last week, by the way, unbelievable.
Keep
the
getting
crowds
out there.
were massive across all the finals throughout Big
Yep.
V. Get out there and support your teams. Good luck. We'll come back and wrap up week 1 of the grand final series next week on Big V TV. We're having these back again next week.
I hope so.
I like them. They're pretty good.